Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen. Still poorly, forgive the voice. Jamie Oliver has a new series on Channel 4 and it's called What to Eat Now. Now, this past Monday's programme, I think I had about 4 recipes, but one of them really caught our eye and I'm going to try and replicate it today. The ingredients are simple. Okay, you need a savoy cabbage. I absolutely adore savoy cabbage. But you know what? In this recipe, there's no chef's perks for me. There's no middle core for me to eat because we actually use it in the recipe. Now, doesn't that make a change? Sorry about that. So, savoy cabbage. It also uses some thyme. You could use dried, but I've got fresh. Smoked streaky bacon or smoked pancetta. So there we go, got some smoked pancetta. Pasta, Jamie used farfalle, so me being me, I went out and bought farfalle. I've got a bloody cupboard full of pasta, but no farfalle. Have now. Mozzarella, garlic, what's it called? Parmesan or similar. I got a Gran Padano because it's cheaper. Olive oil, well, I'm going to use avocado oil. And the most expensive thing of all, pine nuts. Now, see that little bag? That little bag was £3.90. Yes, I don't need many, but goodness me. So what I think would also work is some small croutons, because these go on top. So, you know, if you wanted to cut down the price, use small croutons. If you're a vegetarian, instead of the smoked pancetta, use some mushrooms. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything ready, you know, chop the cabbage, etc, etc, and then you can come and see what we do. First job is to toast off our pine nuts, and I've halved Jamie's recipe because there's only 2 of us. So that is 20 grams of pine nuts gone into the oil, and I'm just putting in some thyme, and just hold the top of your thyme and just pull down and you'll pick it like so. So there's my thyme and I'm just pulling down, and that's all my thyme leaves. It's very nice, is it? Going into the pan with the pine nuts, and I'm just going to toast those till they get a little bit of colour on them. I'm going to have to move them, otherwise we'll get some burnt, and we don't want that, do we? So you can see that there's one there going already, and I've only got that on a very low heat. So once they're all coloured, I'll remove them to a plate and we'll be back. Pine nuts are done, so I'm going to go in with, ow, oh, that spat at me, in with the pancetta. And we want to fry this until the fat is rendered out and the pancetta is going nice and golden. So I'll just show you the pine nuts. There's the pine nuts, and we'll be back when this is done. Right, that's browning nicely, so I'm going to turn that down, and I'm going in with some sliced garlic. I've gone in with our garlic and a small pinch of chili flakes, and now I'm going in with some mixed, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going in with some picked thyme leaves. And we want plenty of black pepper. So I'm going to go in with a healthy pinch. Right, the darker leaves from our cabbage I have taken off and I have shredded them finely, and now they are going in. You can see they are quite finely shredded, well, most of them are. And I just need to cook these until they're just starting to soften up a little. The darker leaves, the outside leaves are darker because they've been exposed to more sunlight. You'd think that would be the other way around, wouldn't you? That they'd be lighter. But, I mean, it looks healthy, doesn't it? Wait till I start putting the cheese in. And once that has started to soften, I'm going to go in with the white bits of the cabbage, and I've used half a cabbage. It was a small cabbage compared to the one that Jamie used in his recipe, let me tell you. It was a very small one compared to that. And what you do with that, rather than shredding it, I've just found some more garlic that I missed, you literally tear it up. So, tear it up I have. Need to pop the kettle on, because obviously we're going to want the cabbage to steam a little. I mean, once the rest of the cabbage in, well, I'd serve this as a side, but you know, when the rest of it's in and cooked, it would make a lovely side dish. Particularly, I'm thinking at Christmas. I'd possibly run through a few cranberries through it too. Right, now for the rest of the cabbage. See, it's just torn up. I haven't done anything special with it. And also went in there then was the stalk that I chopped up rather than it. Am I disappointed? I'll let you know when I eat the dish. I do love the pepperiness that you get from a cabbage stalk. Right, there we go. In with some hot water. Give it a good old stir. And we're going to pop the lid on and leave that for 10 minutes. Meantime, I've got some water on there to boil. It's almost boiling, and I'm going to cook my pasta. And I have measured out 150 grams of pasta. 75 grams per person, that is plenty. So I'm not going to show you how to boil pasta. You know how to boil pasta. Just going to keep an eye on this, make sure it doesn't burn, and we'll be back. Right, our 10 minutes is up. So now I need to put the pasta into the pan with the cabbage and the bacon. And I'm not straining the pasta, I always just sieve it out or take it out with a spoon, excuse me, because this water that is still in the pasta helps make the sauce. So it's not only that I don't want to dirty another utensil, there's a method to my madness. Excuse me. And also, should I need any more pasta water, it's there. So let's get this stirred through. Oh goodness me, I'm so sorry. And now we're going to add in the cheese, and this is the grated not mozzarella, Grande Padano or Parmesan, whichever you're using. So we're going to add that. And we will need just a little bit more of this pasta water. Sorry, that should have been off the heat, stupid woman. And we'll just stir this through. And this is completely off now. You can probably hear me a bit better too. So we'll stir that through. Yum. I'm going to go in with all of it. Okay. And now we've got the mozzarella, and all we're going to do with the mozzarella, what we've done with the mozzarella, is I have cubed it, and we're just going to toss it through, and the residual heat will help this go all nice and coffee runny. And we need a little bit of oil. And we'll just toss this through, keep turning it through. I would toss, but as some of you know, I do have arthritis in my hands, and tossing the pans is actually quite difficult nowadays. I was never very good at it, but yeah, it's quite difficult. So I'm going to leave that in there to start to get nice and stringy. I will in fact put the lid back on to encourage that heat. And next time you see this, I'll be dishing it up. Right, there we go. Our, what do we call it? A pancetta with cabbage and farfalle, and we're just going to put over the pine nuts. That will give us a little crunch and a little different texture, which is always good. Right, and I shall take Steve's through, and we shall be back for the taste. Right then, here we go. Let's have a taste. Let's see what I can get. I've got some cabbage, I've got some bacon. You can, oh gosh, look at that ooey gooey bit of cheese that was just there. Right, cheers. Ooey gooey cheese. A bit more black pepper just over the top, but then I like black pepper with pasta. Oh, yes. Right, Jamie Oliver, what to eat now? I'll tell you what to eat now. Eat this, it is delicious. So, oh, that's better. That hit black pepper. Thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen. Do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, give us a thumbs up. Any comments, as always, write them down below. Happy to reply, and we'll see you all very soon in the kitchen with Pen. Bye bye for now.